Welcome to a week in my kitchen. I've really been loving filming these videos for you guys where I basically just show you kind of what I get from the grocery store. I went to Walmart this week, so I'm going to share a grocery haul with you. And then I'm also going to share all of the meals that I cooked for my family for dinner during the week. So hopefully this will give you some inspiration to cook for your family. Food and dinner doesn't have to be complicated. It's most helpful when you can make a plan and stick to it. And so I hope this video inspires you to do just that. So typically one of my most time-saving tips as a busy working mom is to order my groceries and get them delivered. And it also helps me save money because I don't have those impulse purchases at the store. But every few months, I still like to go in and see what they have. Obviously, Walmart is popping off right now with all of the fall decor and the Halloween costumes. I feel like it comes earlier and earlier every year. I did stop and get some foil pans because I am going to be cooking some food for Lasagna Love to deliver this week. So you'll see that a little bit later. Saw these really cute Hello Kitty dishes. And then Walmart has this new house brand called Better Goods. I was looking up online about it a little bit, and I guess they created this to kind of compete with Target's Good and Gather brand, but even my pretty small Walmart has a good selection of this stuff. I saw this pistachio nut butter, which looked pretty interesting. And then they have all of these different types of jams. I did pick up the peach one. That looked really good. All right, we'll start down here with the produce. I got some coleslaw. This is for a bowl recipe that I'm gonna try this week. And then I got for the kids' lunch boxes and for breakfast and stuff, some strawberries and some blackberries. I also have some poblanos in the fridge, and I thought I would make some green enchilada sauce. And a lot of the recipes I looked at called for tomatillos, so I picked some of those up also. Some green onions for a recipe, a couple of cucumbers because we were all out of those. I got some green grapes, so we'll wash those up and have them with meals, and I can put them in the kids' lunches, and Adam will take them to work for lunch as well. Some avocados. I also got some apples. These are Pink Lady apples. They were pretty decent price. 2 bunches of cilantro, and then I haven't purchased these in a while. I kind of forgot about them, which is why I liked going into the store today, but these Citrus Crunch mini chopped salads are really good for lunches. I like to mix a little bit of goat cheese in there and then maybe some chicken. It's just like, I like the flavors together, and it makes a really easy lunch. Some bananas. I also got some blueberries for a blueberry muffin recipe, and then some broccoli for a side for dinner as well. I got some ham. I thought I might make some ham salad, and then I thought I also might make some ham croquettes for dinner this week. Kira really likes those, and I haven't made them for a super long time, so we'll see if I have time to do that. Some pepperoni, sliced pepperoni for sandwiches and lunches, sharp cheddar cheese, some eggs. I got some cottage cheese. That's one of my favorite brands of cottage cheese, and sometimes when I order groceries like from Walmart delivery, it shows that it's all out, but they had plenty today in the store, so I got that. Some sugar-free Jell-O. For sandwiches this week, I got some turkey and some white American cheese. I really wanted to get burrata, but my Walmart doesn't have it, so I just got some fresh mozzarella. I've got some basil and tomatoes I want to get used up. Some cream cheese for bagels, a couple of Lunchables for the kids, 1 mozzarella pepperoni and 1 chicken nuggets, a couple different kinds of smoked cheese. I might do kind of some adult type Lunchables for Adam's lunches this week. So I got smoked Gouda, and I thought this looked good, smoked pepper jack cheese. I've never had it from Walmart before. I got some of these Greek yogurt bars. These are really good, and sometimes I put them in the kids' lunches, so I got those. If I ever go to Costco, I usually try to grab the bigger pack. These are new from Nature Valley, the strawberry wafer bars. Connor really likes those. This Better Goods brand, like I told you guys, I've been seeing it all over Walmart, and these are strawberry fruit strips. The kids like these, so I got a box of those. Some chocolate yogurt raisins. Okay, I got some olives. I'm gonna make some quinoa bowls this week, and I needed them for that. This is something new I found. It is peach, nutmeg, and vanilla flavor fruit spread. So I thought that might be good to try on some toast. I got some pineapple tidbits for a recipe. These are PB&J sticks. I think we've had the Trader Joe's version of these before, but They're good for the kids' lunch boxes. And then I got some peaches. Adam sometimes likes to have peaches with cottage cheese, so I got those mostly for him. Some strawberry applesauce for Connor. I needed more soy sauce, so I got a refill of that. And then I've got some sausage in the refrigerator I want to get used up, and so I saw this in the rice aisle, and I was like, oh, this would make a good quick dinner. Obviously you can use seafood, sausage, ham. I think I have some shrimp in the freezer, and then I also got this ham, so maybe I'll just use a combination of all of those. Some Hawaiian rolls for the kids' lunches. I needed some chipotle peppers. I like to keep these in the fridge. They're a lot more convenient than the whole chipotle peppers that you can buy in a can, because you can obviously reseal these and easily put them back in the refrigerator. Connor really likes these sea salt seaweed snacks. They normally have them in a bigger, like 5-pack at Walmart, but they were out, so I got some of those for him. Some of these Biscoff cookies. Kira really likes these cheesecake crumbles, so I got those for her lunchbox. Some of these Tortilla Land tortillas. I love these tortillas. They're so good, especially if you want to do like breakfast burritos or quesadillas. I love them. I already put these in the freezer, but I got some puff pastry sheets. I was actually thinking that I might try to make like some little mini quiches with a puff pastry shell, so we'll see what I end up doing with that. I thought this looked good for a lunch, maybe with one of those salads I got. This is the Chef Ramsay spicy cheese ravioli, and then I also love this one from Amy's. It's cheese enchiladas. I haven't bought these in a while, but I love these Real Good Foods chicken nuggets. They're low carb if you care about that, and they're really good in the air fryer. And you can either like toss them with buffalo sauce and do like boneless buffalo wings, or put them in a salad. They're really good. Some more bread. I got this new fall flavor from Dunkin'. These are butter pecan K-cups. And then I also found the Dunkin' pumpkin spice cold brew, so grab some of that. I got these strained tomatoes for a butter chicken recipe, so hopefully I can get that made this week. Some sugar-free drink mix. This is strawberry watermelon. Juice boxes, high C juice boxes for the kids' lunches. Adam asked me if I could get him some apple butter. I was actually thinking about making some homemade, but most of the recipes you have to cook in a crock pot, and it takes a while, so I'm not gonna do that today, but I'll probably can some at some point. But anyway, I found that at Walmart. Pretzels, just for snacks and lunches. One of the recipes I'm gonna try this week called for roasted salted macadamia nuts. So I got these. Some Triscuits. I like to eat those with cottage cheese. And then I was out of the quart size freezer bags, so I got some more of those. Some chicken breasts. These are actually a decent price per pound, and I needed these for a recipe. And then I don't know about you guys, but like my kids are not necessarily huge cereal eaters. Like none of us really are, and so a lot of times if I buy a whole box of cereal, it will go stale before we can eat it all. And they had these on sale for $1 each. I'm not really sure that it's that price effective, okay? Like it's probably not. But I got one Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, Fruity Pebbles, Captain Crunch, Apple Jacks, and Cocoa Pebbles. I got some English muffins for breakfast sandwiches. Kira asked me to get her some gum for school, so I got that. I got some of this skinless salmon for a bowl recipe that I'm gonna try. And then I got these Tony's Chocolonely. These are just tiny little, you know, chocolate bars. I thought these would be fun to put in the kids' lunch boxes this week. I'm gonna be delivering some meals this week for Lasagna Love, so I thought I'd grab some just different sizes of foil pans. I need to figure out a more cost-effective way to buy these. They're not really that cost-effective buying them at Walmart. Usually I get like the full-size freezer pans at Costco, but like the smaller ones are really nice to have for sides and stuff like that when I deliver food. So I don't know, I probably need to look on Amazon or something. I got some Lysol wipes for the bathroom upstairs. Not Connor, I can't even speak. Milo has to take allergy meds now. If you guys have dogs with allergies, it's Apoquel. Oh my God, it's like the most expensive dog med ever. It's like literally $140 for a month's supply. Anyway, he won't take them. They're allegedly chewable, but he won't take them unless I get these little pill pockets. So I got some more of those. I already opened these, but I got some plastic bowls. These scent beads were on sale. So I normally buy these anyway, but these were like $3 off each on clearance. So I got 2 of those. Some dental chews for the dogs, some more conditioner. I needed more Band-Aids to have down here in the kitchen. I always keep some here in the kitchen in case we need them and we are out. So I got those. Some more travel shampoo that I need when I travel for work. A couple hand soaps. This is a Mrs. Meyer's Gardenia scent. I've never tried that one before. And then they had some like fall scented Dove hand wash. This one is apple cider caramel or caramel. So I thought that looked good. It doesn't look good. It probably smells good. Like you're gonna eat it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull these groceries away. Okay, so since I went to the grocery store today and spent a lot more time there than I really wanted to, I wanted to make something super easy for dinner. So I grabbed a bag of fries. Those are in the oven right now. I also grabbed a package of these pork loin fritters. These are just tenderloins. So I just have a little bit of oil heating up and I'm gonna cook those, and I'm also gonna cut up this cantaloupe that I got from the farmer's market. I was in a super big rush this evening, so I didn't really film myself making this, but you guys get the gist. These tenderloins are really good. If you've never tried them before, highly recommend them. And then tonight is Tuesday. I'm actually going to make some freshly baked bread along with this delicious Cajun shrimp pasta, which was easy. Who has time to make fresh sourdough bread? Certainly not myself, and I want some with tonight's dinner. So thank you to Wild Grain for sponsoring this video. Wild Grain is super easy because all you have to do is pop this frozen loaf of sourdough into the oven, and in 18 to 22 minutes, you've got a perfectly baked loaf of hot, warm sourdough. Hot, warm, crusty warm. So I have to tell you guys, I was so excited when Wild Grain reached out to me and wanted to sponsor a video because I have been ordering their products for months and I truly, truly love them. They are the first ever Bake from Frozen subscription box for sourdough bread, fresh pastas, and artisanal pastries. And you guys know I love good food, I love cooking, but I am a busy working parent like so many of you. Even if you're just a busy working person, right? You want all of the sourdough deliciousness and benefits without all the hard work. Their croissants are also really, really delicious. I have made them so many times. And in this particular example that I'm showing you guys here, this was kind of a lunch spread that I made for my kids. One day when I didn't really know what to make, I just baked up the croissants and they had them with some cheese and some crudité. And it was a super simple lunch. And the croissants are also delicious for breakfast or breakfast sandwiches. I've honestly tried to bake sourdough bread before from scratch and I failed miserably. I just don't have the time to be able to dedicate to it. And I also feel like now is the perfect time to try Wild Grain if you haven't, because they have so many delicious breads and other products on their site that pair so well with the soup and stew season that's coming up. With Wild Grain, you can build your own box so you'll never run the risk of getting bored, and they are constantly adding new seasonal and limited time special items to try when you build your next box. Wild Grain has a deal for my subscribers, and I really hope you guys take advantage of this because it is the best deal that I have seen out there. If you use my link in the description box below, wildgrain.com/Jen Chapin, you're going to get $30 off your first box. Plus, if you remember those croissants I showed you, you're going to get free croissants for life. So check out Wild Grain again in the description box below. I've been using them for a while and highly recommend them. Once again, $30 off. Go to wildgrain.com/Jen Chapin. So let's get started on this Cajun shrimp pasta. I'm going to be using my brand new wok that Adam got me for my birthday. So I'm starting out by sauteing some of the Cajun seasoning and some of the green onions. And then I'm going to add the shrimp. These were just frozen shrimp that I rinsed and thawed and dried off well with paper towels. And then once those get almost all the way cooked, I'm going to go ahead and add my pasta to the boiling water. We're going to combine this with the shrimp here in a little bit. But once the shrimp is mostly cooked, then I'm going to add some roasted red peppers, some mascarpone cheese that I whisked up with some chicken broth, some other seasonings, and just stir that together. Once it thickens up a little bit, I tasted it just to make sure that it didn't need any more salt and pepper. Added in my al dente penne pasta and stirred this up, and this was super delicious. I'll see if I can find the recipe and link it down below. Actually, both my kids were very excited to see that I made this for dinner, and then of course we had that awesome sourdough bread from Wild Grain on at the side, which makes a perfect side for dinner. along with this delicious pasta. And then I just put some basil on top, put some butter on the bread, and boom, dinner was done. It actually didn't take me very long either. Shrimp is super quick to cook, obviously. And since you make the sauce and the shrimp in one pot and then just toss the pasta in, boom, quick dinner. I also got these giant chocolate chunk cookies in my wild grain box this week and wanted to try them. My kids love chocolate chip cookies, so these could not be easier. Obviously, they come frozen. You just pop them in the oven and look how big and delicious these turn out. If you love chewy chocolate chip cookies, I seriously suggest you add those to your box. Okay, so on this night, I'm going to go ahead and make a pretty easy dinner. I am going to make some guacamole just because I had some avocados that I wanted to use up. And sometimes I feel like I buy avocados and I don't necessarily have a plan for them other than to maybe make avocado toast. And then all of a sudden I'm left with like all of these ripe avocados and I'm like, crap, I might as well use these to make guacamole. So I just put the avocados in a bowl, mash them together with a little bit of lime juice. I like to use a potato masher. You could use a fork if you want, but I think a potato masher works really well. And I pretty much keep my guacamole pretty simple. I do like to add some garlic to it. If you've never added fresh garlic to your guacamole before, I highly recommend it. It gives it a really great flavor. I also put it in my pico de gallo. So I added some of that. And then I always add lots of cilantro, salt, pepper, chopped up some tomatoes and some onions. And yeah, that's pretty much it. One trick also is if you are storing guacamole in the fridge, just make sure you put a piece of plastic wrap directly on top of it before you put the lid on and put it in the fridge. Otherwise, the guacamole will tend to brown a little bit. It's not necessarily going to make it unsafe to eat, but it just looks a little unappetizing. My son Connor really, really loves guacamole, so he is the one that actually asked me to make this when he saw the avocados on the counter. And I'm making this to go with some chips, obviously, which we have on hand, but then I'm also going to use some of those fresh tortillas that I got at the store to make also with this dinner. So I had some chicken breast in the fridge and basically just trying to use up what I had and really wanting to make a very simple dinner, but the guacamole turned out delicious. Sorry, Murphy, you can't have any. But for my chicken, I just took 4 chicken breasts. I seasoned them with a little bit of olive oil and then added some taco seasoning to them. I'm just going to saute them in a skillet with a little bit of vegetable oil. I browned them on both sides and then I stuck them in like a 350-degree oven for about 10 more minutes to finish cooking. Kira had some leftover tuna from a restaurant that we had gone to on the weekend. And so I decided to make her a rice bowl with tuna. And then I made Connor and myself and Adam the quesadillas. So I just cooked the tortilla a little bit, added the cheese and the chicken. I sauteed up Kira's tuna. I just realized when I uploaded these clips that I didn't take a picture of any of our finished plates, but you get the gist, right? Okay, so tonight I am making this box of jambalaya that I got at the store. So I'm going to use this opportunity to use up some of the meat in my fridge. So I've got some chicken, some ham, some of this chicken andouille sausage. I don't have any celery, but I am going to saute up some bell pepper, onion, and garlic just to kind of zhuzh this up a little bit. Okay, so I'm sauteing together all of my veggies and my sausage. I decided not to use the chicken just because I figured that would be enough meat for this one package. I added the rice and seasoning mix, and then I'm just gonna stir that together, saute it a little bit just to kind of toast the spices and get the rice coated with some of that oil. And then I'm gonna pour in the water and put a lid on this and let it simmer. I think I let you guys know that Adam got me this Hexclad pan for my birthday. I'd always been hesitant to buy myself one because they were so expensive. Is it worth it? I don't know. I mean, I really love the pan. I've only been using it for about a month now. So I guess, you know, if it lasts me for the rest of my life, then it probably will have been worth it. Anyway, I didn't know what to have on the side of this. So I'm just doing some sliced tomatoes that I got from the farmer's market with some basil salt that I got from the farmer's market as well. Chopped up some green onions and put those on the top of the jambalaya, had the tomatoes on the side, and that was dinner. Okay, it's Friday evening, and this evening I'm gonna be delivering some food to folks. So I'm making some lasagnas to deliver for Lasagna Love, and then Adam's dad actually had surgery today, so I'm gonna go ahead and make one for his parents as well. I sauteed 3 pounds of ground beef, and I'm just mixing that together, or I sauteed it with some minced onion and some salt and some oregano and some thyme. And right now I'm just adding 4 jars of the Great Value marinara sauce. This is super cheap at Walmart, and it's actually really great quality, I think personally. So I'm just gonna pour that in there, and then I'm gonna rinse out each of the jars with just a tiny little bit of water, just so I can get the rest of the marinara sauce out of there. And then simmer this while I make the rest of the ingredients for the lasagna. So for the ricotta filling, I've got 3 eggs in here, so I'm just gonna beat those up quick. And then I've got 2 containers of ricotta, 1 big container of cottage cheese. I'm gonna mix these in there. Just adding some Parmesan cheese to the ricotta and cottage cheese mixture. And also I added some fresh cracked pepper as well. Like I said, I don't add salt because it's already plenty salty enough on its own. So instead of boiling the lasagna noodles, what I like to do is just soak them in some really, really hot water until they're pliable. And then I'll drain the water off and put the lasagnas together. I know that a lot of people make these without boiling them, but I find that it sucks up too much of the sauce and it makes the lasagna dry. So this is just the way I do it. All right, so I drained the noodles, and then I'm just putting together 2 lasagnas in the bigger trays. So I put some of my meat sauce on the bottom. I'm gonna add 3 lasagna noodles. You will have gaps in between the noodles, but these are going to expand as they cook because they're gonna soak up some of the water from that sauce, so don't worry about that part. And then I just layer them with the ricotta mixture, some mozzarella cheese, more sauce, and then obviously start again with the noodle layers. Lasagnas also are a great thing to freeze. You obviously don't have to bake them ahead of time. And sometimes when I'm making these, I'll make a couple extra just to throw it in the freezer so that we'll have something for a different night. But once these were all assembled, I just do 3 layers of noodles so that the pans don't overflow. I like to cover these with foil, and then I usually bake them in a 400-degree oven for around an hour. And then what I'll do is, like, when there's 10 to 15 minutes left in the time, I'll take the foil off just so the cheese can kind of brown and crisp up a bit on the top. But those are going in the oven. And then this is the smaller one that I made for Adam's parents. Again, I'm not baking that one, so I'll just top it with some cheese, cover with foil, and then I also put a bunch of garlic bread on my sheet tray, and I'm just baking that as the lasagna finishes up. All right, so my 2 lasagnas are out of the oven. I went ahead and doubled up the containers just so I'd have a little bit more stability. I'm gonna pack up the garlic bread, that's done. And then Adam's parents said that they were not going to eat theirs tonight. They're going to eat it on a different day. So I just went ahead and left this one, and they can pop it in the fridge. And then I left the garlic bread frozen. I always save, anytime I get like a box like this from Costco or wherever, I always save it so I can deliver lasagnas in them. It works out really well. Okay, so Adam and I went and delivered the lasagnas, and then I had some of the marinara sauce left, so we just went ahead and had spaghetti for dinner. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really loved filming these for you, just kind of showing you what I cook for dinner in a week. Don't forget to check out Wild Grain. They've got that delicious sourdough bread plus tons of other things. You cannot beat the $30 off coupon code also. That will be in my description box below along with the link. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.